Hi foodies, how you doing? Comfort food does not have to be piles of cheese and tons of heavy cream. This dish has definitely proven that it is so satisfying. Shrimp and callaloo in coconut milk. Let's get into it. So I have some shrimp here that's been peeled and I left the tail on. I'm just drizzling with some olive oil and I'm going to season. So I'm using some fish seasoning and some paprika. You can add salt to taste. And of course, I'm going to be adding some green seasoning. This is a blend of herbs. The recipe is on my channel and I'll leave it in the description box below the video. The green seasoning is going to add so much flavor, that Caribbean, that island kind of flavor. And then of course some black pepper. If you're not familiar with green seasoning, it has scallion, thyme, Scotchbonnet, it has some onion, some garlic, some parsley, and every Caribbean island does their own seasoning, green seasoning. So it definitely varies from island to island, but trust me, it just gives the food a lot of flavor. So season your shrimp, and then what we're going to do now is drizzle some oil in a non-stick pan, and then I'm going to cook up the shrimp. So you want to use large or jumbo or colossal shrimp because they're so juicy, guys, and you want to make sure the shrimp is raw. Okay, so we're gonna cook this on both sides, and once you see it start to get opaque and curl up, you know you're good to go, because we're gonna simmer it for a little later, so you don't have to overcook it. Okay, so get these out of the pan. Do not rinse out that pan, there's a lot of flavor in there. Add your butter. So let's stir this around just to help loosen some of the seasoning that's stuck to the bottom of the pan. That's where all the flavor resides. Do not be afraid of that stuff that's stuck to the pan. Then add some onion and some pepper. You can even add a little bit of diced tomato here if you want to. And then I'm going to go in with more green seasoning. Now you could add some minced garlic here, but the green seasoning has lots of garlic, so that's why I didn't bother to add it. However, it won't hurt to add a little bit if you want to. So once we've stirred this around for a bit and it gets nice and fragrant, of course we don't need it to brown. We don't need to brown the onion. Then we will add some diced callaloo. Callaloo is used on a lot of Caribbean islands. It is nutritious, it's delicious. It's kind of like a merge of collard greens and kale and spinach. The stalks take a bit longer to cook, so you can dice them a little smaller. So I had some callaloo cut up already and washed and thing, and then I had it in the freezer. So I'm just using that up here. So stir everything together, and then we'll add some coconut cream. And because of the thickness of this, you won't miss adding, the cheese that you would to the heavy cream if you were making some kind of Alfredo sauce. So mix in that coconut cream, and then we're going to add some finely minced Scotchbonnet and fresh thyme leaves. You can add some fish or seafood seasoning to taste. Also some salt and pepper. So now you just need to simmer this and allow the callaloo to cook. The leaves will cook pretty fast, so just focus on those stalks getting nice and tender. They don't have to be mushy, just right. And then stir in that shrimp that we cooked. You can add some of the shrimp here, and then you can top off the dish with the other shrimp that you cooked already. Or if you want to, just add all the shrimp at this point, stir it in, and simmer for a few seconds. Remember that everything is cooked. You don't want to overcook the shrimp. And that is it, guys. Super simple and so tasty. This is one of those dishes where I did a small amount and I wish I made a lot. It was so good. Look at that. If you want to, you could serve this with pasta, but I decided to just spoon it over some buttery, creamy mashed potatoes. It was amazing, believe me. So if you want some comfort food, don't do the usual heavy cream and cheese. You don't have to resort to that every single time. Try this deliciousness made with some coconut cream. It is so good. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.